Hello everybody, this is Bloba coming at you with another MMORPG Tycoon 2 video. It's been a while and I've been thinking about what I'm going to do next. I'm going to take you and I'm going to give you, no I'm not apparently, I'm going to take you. I knew one of you had some quest. And then this guy is going to have a couple more quests that just have you run around. Nothing going to be too fancy. Pick up lumber. And then he's just going to have you be running around. Grabbing up just a couple of pretty easy quests to give you a little bit of extra money, a little bit of extra XP. Pick up the ore. It's kind of like just all about, you go in and deliver the goods, you unload the goods to the boat, you deliver them there, you go back, you collect the lumber and the ore from these various places, and everything's golden. I'm not sure if I should give him one last quest or not. I'm thinking no. Well, maybe. I'll give him one more very short quest. Is that the inn or the tavern? That's the tavern. Give you like 50 XP and no gold here. Take a load off. And then he basically just directs you over there and like, hey, you've done a bunch of good work for me. Thanks for that. Now, go on, relax at the local tavern. So with that done, I want to see, where is Tanarg at? Where did you go, buddy? Are you in here? Well, I'm not sure where he is. He's supposedly over here somewhere. Well, I wanted to see what he's doing. Oh, there he is. I'm going to focus on him. Okay, he's just thinking. Okay, he went to that rock. Guess I could come through and put a bunch of stuff in there, but I think that would probably be overkill. Oh well, speaking of patching things up, here's a rock that could, a place that could use some patching up. You want to place on surface. And just slip it right there. Yeah, we're getting a lot of people coming through. Yeah, these caves, I really like how they turned out. Now in here, I wanted to do some more stuff with the crystals like hanging from the roof. Kind of. Help the aesthetic a little bit more, because I know the roofs are kind of barren. Do need to put the crystals really small because you know, these things are pretty big to begin with, so we're just going to kind of speed through here, throwing them down. various angles. Oh, we gotta upgrade. Let's pump up our fluff some more. I'm not sure where I'm at right now. Kind of almost lost in my own labyrinth. Just take a switch out. We put a lot of the other ones. Well, then we'll go back and fill that in. I don't want that to be there. I'm noticing some things. I think I went a little bit off camera and filled in a couple of holes. But apparently there's still a few more that needs to be filled in. We do not want to line the surface because what we're about to do next. Well, maybe we do because we want to flatten it out. Then we want to go back to align the surface because we want to have these sticking off the roof. Right, we're gonna have to deal with this again. Like, I don't mind very specific holes, but just having them all over the place like this doesn't really vibe with what I was trying to accomplish. We need it much bigger than that. This area is a little bit barren in general. So let's go through and throw down a few more rocks. Whatnot. Like I said, I do not entirely know if I'm going to be... I think I'm probably going to make this like exit out soon. Like maybe right here. Let's go ahead and see about building this exit right now. Oh, it's too big. Maybe not place on objects. Okay, that looks pretty good. I want you to place on objects. Let's not bother aligning the surface. I think that means the string are disconnected, so let's see how that went. Did you enjoy yourself? Cool. Alright, so now that also means I'm gonna have to do a bunch of deleting of all of this stuff. And will we get another upgrade? Put Fluff up to like 25. Then we'll probably bring Gibbs up to 10 and then maybe bring Bling up to like 15 or something like that. Let us take a look at our subscribers. We're all level 1, I suppose. Our happiness is kind of low. Let's look at our classes. Your happiness is high, 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 high. Okay, so they want to nerf you. You're B tier. Well, let's start at the front. You're B tier. No role demands. You're A tier. A ton of demands for nerf. B tier, no real demands. A tier with a... Okay, so let's look at you. You are 1.6 damage, 20 health. You're 1.5 damage, 15 health. What's bad? What's wrong with you? Why do they hate you? Same thing with you. Must be stone skin? I mean, it's like a 60-second cooldown, though. It has to be stone skin, right? So you're just doing 1 damage. You're doing 1.5 damage. But it takes a 1-second cast time. You have less damage than them. Less health than them. About the same speed. What's your time to death? 29 minutes. 47 minutes. You live way longer. I don't understand why they would. And for you, yeah, the dwarves are like relatively weak, actually. I think we'll just more or less keep it how it is. Like, I mean, I guess we could drop it down to 1 damage. Well, no. Because I want everyone to be A tier. So you're going to stay 1.5. We're going to buff you to 1.5. And then your DPS is already 1.8. We draw this on a 1 second. That does a huge increase in DPS for you, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's way too much. Okay, overall, I mean, I like how everyone is doing here. This should be self-only. There we go. We'll make that the nerf for stone skin, is that you're self-only. Save you as a prefab. Delete the old one. Because, yeah, we do not want stone skin to be castable on allies. I don't think that is the nerf that people were asking for, per se, but I actually think you guys are pretty good. You're just... I don't know why you're B tier. Alright, well, these guys, I bet their damage significantly increased, so we'll see how that goes. You know, in hindsight, that might have been too much damage buff for you. You do like a 1.2 damage. Be very slightly more. Yeah, we'll do a 1.2 damage. And then we'll give you guys... You're fine. I don't want you to have like a huge damage difference. For monsters, I did want to nerf the monsters a little bit. Because right now, this like it's going to take like 10 hits to kill you. Just bring it down to 8 health. I'm going to nerf pretty much everybody. Ten health for the bear is still fine. The warrior, we can take down to 8. The queen stays at 15. I guess we'll take the bear down to 9 health. I just wanted to soften the targets up so combat won't last quite as long. And they can also possibly stand a chance against multiple enemies. Have we put... I want to put the new path, flight path down here. Yeah, it can be kind of like right over here by all this stuff. I would like for you to... Yeah, go like so. Wait, I thought there was already a flight path over here. There is. Okay, there it is. It's gonna take off from a very awkward angle here, but I think I'm gonna have to live with it because, well, maybe I could just delete this stuff. We can just delete this and fill it in with some smaller rocks. And just like a rocky base to the mountain over here, but not like quite as drastic. There we go. I think I like how that ends up looking. And it goes straight through this big old tree here, so maybe we can do something about this tree. Maybe put the tree somewhere else. Here, maybe. Give a nice little gap for it. Here, I'm going to look at these other flight paths to see how they go. This one goes straight through the forest. There we go. Can I take away one of the paths I gave you? I guess not. So I just wasted a bunch of money, I think, but oh well. Crap. Well, I'll just throw some stuff back and down. It's not that big of a deal. What the heck did I just do? And then now, I'll have to put down the scenery again. But I think the flight path looks much better for it. We had like some food here. And then, I don't think we had the boxes before, but go ahead and add them in because I think that looks nice. There we go. $50 gold. It's a fairly steep price, but I think it more or less works out for what I wanted it to be. There's no way to mass delete items, I don't think, sadly, so this is the closest way I know of to quickly deleting them. Let's see how fast this is. Not horrible. I will probably reuse my idea. I had to do like a little tree in a cave. Not unlike where I made the little place over there. It's like in a little nook. I had to put a couple of these back. This entrance over here, and then maybe put some more stones on top. We don't want you to align the surface. Right there. No. Okay. Now we want you to be placed on objects. Alright. Nice little cave entrance here. Let's make it a little bit more fancy looking. There it is. I like doing this for cave entrances. Coming through here, we're going to throw down some more of these bad boys because that's what this cave is all about. Now I gotta be careful because I really don't want to mess the mountain up too much. But I do want to change the terrain a little bit. I'm going to keep these crystals out here like this. Yeah, this is about as close as I'm going to be able to get it without going too far. Number one thing I wanted to do, well, let's go align this to surface, go out here, make sure it is aligned. We do not want a gargantuan-sized one. A normal-sized one should suffice. Just going to create a small circle of them here. Like so. Then we want to grab this thing, this archway. Now we want to place on objects. Too big. I think that more or less works out. We're going to have a very brief section where we fill in the gaps here. Because this is going to be so small that filling the gaps is going to be easy. And then we're going to have just barely a little opening here. And then we're going to go find that dang tree that I saw before. Which one do we want? This one or this one? I think this one's better. And just like that, I think it reaches out pretty much perfectly. Yep, okay. Now we want to fix things up a little bit more. So there's a few gaps we need to fill in. Well, just one for now, apparently. And then we're going to actually have some flowers. Now it's going to be very strange, and it's going to be very much a plot point. Ooh, we get a new thing. What are we getting? We'll take leaderboards because I want to keep, no, we'll take leaderboards, yeah. We're not quite ready for vehicles yet. Just keep buffing up our bling while we spam fluff. But yeah, this whole thing is going to be surrounded by these strange flowers, not unlike the ones you saw over by Iron Tooth. These ones may be a little bit too far out. Yeah, we'll throw down some rocks around the cave, just to help it look more like a cave. And like, yeah, why are these flowers growing here but nowhere else? And why is there nothing else like them in the rest of the caves? And it's all snowy here, so what's going on? And that's kind of the idea and the mystique I'm trying to provide with this place. Of course, we gotta do this before I forget. Build our wall throughout it. Yeah, well, apparently we're not gonna have to build a huge wall. stop snapping, please? This is definitely the most time-consuming and annoying part of making a cave system, is trying to make a wall for it so that your players don't just walk through everything. I think it would be pretty awesome if in the future we had an option that allowed us to just toggle on or off whether or not we wanted people to be able to walk through walls. Like whether or not a piece of scenery should be navigatable for a player, or if it just should be solid. Okay, so now that we have that done, we can get back into the smaller parts here. Not quite. Nothing quite like that. Something I do want, though, is something like this. The crystals are kind of forming around said tree here. Kind of indicating that this tree is a source of some sort of power. Then there's going to be some runes. Various kinds. We're going to have some smaller rocks scattered about just to help the look of the feel of the floors. A little bit of a bigger one around too. I have one of these snowy ones outside. We have a path leading in. Kind of showing that this place, like, meant something to someone at some point, that they built a road leading up to it. And then we'll have like a little ice spike wall. And then we'll place it on objects and align the surface and try to do something similar on the roof. Might be a little bit difficult. Yeah, it's almost like a jaw. Alright, that will more or less do it for the decoration of this place. I'm going to fill in this gap up here. Choose our line to surface, please. Let's have a couple gaps I need to fill in. Right there. Crank your size up a little bit. Fill you in right there. Alright. And that's about that for the decoration. Alright, and then we're going to throw down some snowy trees. We do want you guys to align to surface. Maybe we don't want you to align to surface. The surface is a little bit too bumpy, looks like. Got this upgrade. Do some size differentiating here for it. This is going to be a nice little clearing right here. Which our friend back here, this is going to be a optional quest line type thing. Let's fill in this a little bit more. Our hunter friend is going to tell players about this. It's going to be a very small inn. And a small market stall. And maybe a potion shop. We're going to have a graveyard. Move it so it doesn't break everything. Oh, simple move. Please, thank you. There we go. Well, we'll just move you a little bit closer. Dang, it really doesn't like the road. Can we get you out here now? And then we will throw down a few scenery items. Well, I think I'll probably prefer doing tents. Like the people out here aren't really being like a permanent force type feeling. And this is going to be an extension of the dwarven people that are already here. This is like the Hunters Guild. And they're gonna have like their own little quest lines. And like one of them gets like a little egg tucked away in here. They collected. Got some rope for like capturing various monsters with. Got just there's various types of supplies and crates and stuff. They got their little camp set up. Over here, it's for the tavern. And the inn has like some nice barrels. Shrink this bag down a little bit. some food provisions. We got a small personal chest. Our dwarves obviously have to have some hearty barrels of ale over here for themselves. And then I think we can go through and start throwing down some more rocks. Just to make this place feel a little bit more lived in. Okay. Throw on a few bigger rocks. And this is kind of like a way station before moving on to the next zone, which will be where a big quest is. To fight like a boss, a zone boss. But this special place right here also has some attention to it. In the sense that, well, there's not like actually something I can tell it to go to here. Let's start upgrading Gibbs because we've been upgrading Bling through our other things. We have our streamer event upcoming. I would like for there to be able to put a quest in here somehow. We'll just decorate things for now. And like I said, this is like a dwarven settlement, so we're gonna have a bunch of dwarves down here. Okay, we can have a dwarven rune master be in here. He'll have a quest that talks to himself about this zone. Yeah, he'll have a quest like relatively low XP, no gold. Gold runes that I forgot. And he just kind of tells you about these ancient runes that nobody really knows where they came from or what they're here for or anything like that. There's nothing I can click on in here for him to tell you to look at, sadly. Okay, so that'll be his only quest for now. It's a little bit expensive to just throw him down for just one quest, so I'll probably find some other use for him. Now, this guy down here will probably, wherever he is, he'll send you deeper into here to meet up with him again. This is a relatively peaceful place right now. Down here, there's not going to be a lot going on. Okay, I got an idea for another quest for you. You can come back here. And this can be Runes of the Fallen. He's basically just telling you to go look at the various runes, and then you come over here, and we'll put a rune stone here as well. A couple of little runes. This surrounding this thing. Because he's a rune master. His name will be changed to Rune Master Doric. Yeah, he'll be mostly like a little lore, educational quest giver, just well off on the side. We might tie him in with a future quest line down here somewhere in this other zone. I don't think I'm going to put many enemies down here, if any at all. How many new enemy slots do I have? I have quite a few. I would like to turn prefabs off. Thank you very much. Yeah, none of these are particularly jumping out to me as something I want to put over here. So for now, we will just keep going in the direction I had originally intended to go. Alright, so I think I will let you guys decide where we're going to go next. I'll put a link in the description to where you can go to vote, and I will give you a little bit of a hint on what each zone will entail. We have 3 options. We can go to a level 3 zone here, a level 3 zone here, or a level 2 zone here. This level 3 zone here will progress the main story in one direction. The direction where we find out more about the dwarves, maybe meet some goblins, find a dwarven city and such. Down here, we will progress in the elf direction, unlock a new elf class for the elves, like an elvish rogue, and we will continue Iron Tooth's story, because the lore is that like Iron Tooth doesn't actually get killed here, more like Iron Tooth is able to escape and run back, and like you get to see what's going on over here with all these bears and all this stuff, and what was going on with this, and explore a little bit more about the nature in the world. And see, these places are not going to be called these things, by the way. And that might actually be a good name for it, but yeah, we will, or you can go down here and continue the Huntsman's quest, which will lead into bigger and bigger monsters to be hunted. First one will be expanding upon this zone right here with these frost spiders, with what's going on with the frost spiders, and then who knows what could be unlocked there. So yeah, you guys can pick which one you want to do next. If one of them is picked, we will then go on from there and then let you vote for more and more and more out there, because this will also progress the main story. So these two are main stories. This is like a side quest. So that's something for you guys to consider. The main story will have a branching story. It's basically going to give you a choice to what direction you want to go in. Do you want to go with the dwarves? Do you want to go with the elves? And then it will go from there, and then probably branch off in even more side quests like that throughout the future. But until next time, this has been Bloba signing off. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye, God bless, and hope you will all join me in the next one. Bye bye.